Welcome friends to another Dune video. Today we return to the Tleilaxu and their experiments and how this led to the creation of a Kwisatz Haderach. Spoilers for Paul of Dune, let's get straight into it. We first meet him with the Fenrings as they have been taken to see him by a Tleilaxu doctor called Dr. Erebaum. There is a mist that makes the Kwisatz Haderach sleepy. The doctor says in terms of their genetic map that they used lab techniques to make him, doing in a few accelerated generations what it took the Bene Gesserit thousands of years to do. Thallo he is called. The doctor says he is 9 years old, but his body is that of a man. The doctor says our Kwisatz Haderach possesses untapped mental and even prescient abilities that we can hardly begin to fathom. Thallo says he knows every fact from the histories of the Imperium. He is a mentat and brags he could defeat any argument that any of them could raise. The doctor says they can take the Emperor Muad'Dib with this, their own Superman. The Fenrings then meet later with the doctor to learn how Thallo is being controlled. And they learn that the Tleilaxu have applied mentat-style twisting to him. They see a centrifuge that applies energy to his endorphin-infused brain, and they're told this improves physical and mental performance in the subject. The Fenring's daughter, on seeing Thallo, suggests they might be trained together, the advantage being she is being trained by the Fenrings to kill Paul Muad'Dib, and she's the daughter of Phaedratha. Thallo confides in her that he's always observed, but has found a way to show them what he wants them to see. He says by manipulating their technology, he can manipulate them. And then he says that he is considered perfect, but he has hurt himself with objects to show them otherwise. Thallo leaves the area as the Tleilaxu watch and sees something else. They move to an area together in the ceiling where he tells Marie when he takes Melange he sees a single clear path with himself as emperor, so we assume like the Bene Gesserit the Tleilaxu would rule through him, perhaps from the shadows. But he knows he will not succeed. Perhaps this is his own type of prescient trap. Later Marie and Thallo were placed in scenarios together. Thallo wants her help to upset his masters. In one of their fights she goes for a kick, but he is suddenly gone, and she asks that he confide in her. He says to play hide and seek, and when she finds him, he explains, "That was just an enhanced, solido, hollow image out there. I adapted their technology beyond what even the Tleilaxu think they can do. That's why you couldn't touch me. I have been waiting down here all the time." He also reveals he has a plan. The Tleilaxu know he is not perfect, and soon they will start their experiments again, without him, but with a new Kwisatz Haderach they have created. But his plan is not ready yet. Later, they get past 2 Tleilaxu security guards without them noticing. Thallo says to Marie he does not want to fit into their narrow parameters. He seals himself and Marie in an area and says they are safe to do their work there. Thallo has seen that he will fail with his prescience, but how he will fail is up to him, and that painful lessons are the ones best remembered. He shows her 9 chambers where his brothers, his replacement Kwisatz Haderachs, are. Thallo says he has been fooling Marie like his masters. He says the prescience places too great a burden on him. He has historical figures fused into his mind, molecular memories, such as the founder of the Mentats, to the swordmaster Jul Naret. He wants to show the Tleilaxu their hubris in thinking they are so flawless and can create a thing of perfection. Marie sees that his brothers have been given a fast-acting poison. With them free, i.e. passed away, he says now he will free himself and Marie. But she doesn't want this. She says what they can do together. Thallo says he has already powered up the biogenerators for all the labs and other parts of the facility. This will release a poison that might get as far as the Tleilaxu capital Bandalong. Marie tries the voice to stop him. It fails, and he says they can destroy this program together and never be controlled by them again. Marie says she manipulates them, but he ignores her, but says he can die with his closest friend. She was being groomed to kill kill Paul, but needed to eliminate Thallo first to live. She observes that Thallo's prescience does not seem to see her, so she launches herself at him, a lethal projectile, but he starts to turn his hand, blurred, but hesitated for a moment, perhaps not wanting to hurt her, and she slammed into his neck, and she heard his bones break. Thallo, the Tleilaxu Kwisatz Haderach, fell to the floor, dead. She then tried to undo what Thallo had set into place. The parents and the doctor outside see that the discharge has been released into a lake where it will be rendered inert. The door opens and Marie comes out. The dead Kwisatz Haderach in the background looks serene. Marie grabs her parents and says, "My friend was broken and I couldn't fix him. He wasn't right." So now, friends, I turn things over to you. What do you think to this failed experiment by the Tleilaxu? Comment down below.